Yes, students, this is your next question. Prove that the line segment joining the midpoints of the diagonals of a trapezium is parallel to each of the parallel sides and equal to half the difference of the parallel sides. First, understand the question. This one ABCD ABCD is a trapezium. Its diagonal are AC and BD. It is given that P is the midpoint of AC and Q is the midpoint of BD. You have to prove that this PQ is parallel to AB as well as DC, and also you have to prove that PQ equal to half of AB minus DC. So to show that PQ parallel to AB parallel to DC and PQ equal to half of AB minus DC. For the purpose, join DP and produce DP to meet AB in R. DP is joined and produced up to R so that R lies on AB. Then what happened? This AB is parallel to DC. These are the parallel sides of trapezium. So AB is parallel to DC. And transversal AC cuts them. This DC parallel to AB, transversal is AC. Then angle 1 equal to angle 2, because these are 1 and 2 are alternate interior angles, so 1 equal to 2. Now in triangle APR, this APR and another triangle DPC. DPC, we are taking DPC and APR. One thing you have got, angle 1 equal to angle 2, alternate interior angles. Angle 3 equal to angle 4. Mark angle 3, APR is equal to DPC. That means 3 equal to 4 by vertically opposite angles, because vertically opposite angles are equal. AP equal to PC, because P is the midpoint of AC, so AP equal to PC. Then what happened? This triangle APR will be congruent to triangle DPC, because 1 equal to 2, angle 1 equal to angle 2 proved above. AP equal to CP, as P is the midpoint of AC, and angle 3 equal to angle 4, vertically opposite angle. This implies that triangle APR congruent to triangle DPC by ASA congruence rule. So what happened? By CPCT, AR equal to DC and PR equal to DP. This is why by CPCT. Now in triangle DRB, P is the midpoint of DR, Q is the midpoint of DB. DRB, P is the midpoint of DR, Q is the midpoint of DB. Then you can apply midpoint theorem in DRB. What you get? PQ equal to PQ parallel to RB and PQ equal to half of RB. So first thing what happened? PQ parallel to RB, that means PQ parallel to AB, but AB parallel to DC. Therefore PQ parallel to AB parallel to DC. All these three lines became parallel to each other. So we have obtained here PQ parallel to RB, PQ parallel to implies PQ parallel to AB, but AB parallel to DC, so PQ parallel to AB parallel to DC. Now PQ will be also equal to half of RB. Then whenever PQ is equal to half of RB. So what happened? Actually DCBR, this one DCBR, you see this quadrilateral, DC is parallel to RB. Just now it is given that DC parallel to AB, so DC parallel to RB also, and we have just now proved that DR parallel to BC. Then what happened? DCBR become a parallelogram, and in a parallelogram opposite sides must be equal. So DC equal to RB, but AR is also equal to DC. So DC equal to RB equal to AR. RB equal to AR, that means R is the midpoint of AB. Therefore DC equal to RB equal to half of AB. So RB is half AB. One thing you have. Then what happened? DC equal to BR. RB is half of PQ. This PQ equal to half of RB. Sorry, PQ should be half of RB and PQ parallel to RB. So what happened? PQ equal to half of RB. RB may be written as AB minus AR. That is from the figure. RB equal to AB minus AR from the figure. That is equal to half of AB minus DC. Here DCBR, DC was parallel to BR and DR was parallel to BC. Therefore DCBR is a parallelogram. This implies that DC equal to BR. But AR equal to DC, and so BR, AR and DC are equal. And therefore here PQ is half RB according to midpoint theorem in DAB, in DRB by midpoint theorem. PQ equal to half of RB, so that is half of AB minus AR, but AR equal to DC, so you will put here half of AB minus DC. So that PQ is parallel to AB parallel to DC, one thing. And another thing, we have proved that PQ equal to half of AB minus DC, that is required.